I'm technically a virgin. Truth is, while I might have a range of fat, a kid who can't make new ways to please their mates is not one of them. I should become the next mass. This was the first threat, by the way, chat. This is not the last one. God. I'm not sure you guys are ready for this. I'm not gonna lie. Where do I begin? Do you remember this react we did with Shoe on Head? About female predators and how they're gross and they're peds? I do. This was 4 months ago, so back in June? Yeah, it was in June. And I found a comment and I thought it was really, really funny because it was so stupid. I thought it was like rage bait or like engagement bait, so I pinned it. It was quite the read. Let me read it out loud for you if you can't read it yourself. Hunter the Wolf says, not an age thing consent, it's maturity. A pure child can't consent because they know nothing about adulthood. A mature child can consent because they most likely know more than even adults do. Let's stop saying kids can't consent and stop with the immature adults issue, please, FFS. I'm like, okay, maybe this guy is like, you know, rage baiting, right? Because like I've been on the internet. Sometimes it's rage bait. So I got an email 4 months later, today, like not today, but you know, a couple of days ago, on my day off. It started off like this. I was very confused because it said pin removal. I'm like, oh, what's this about? And it says, hello, dear Lana. I had recently made a comment about children and them being able to consent. You pinned this and now retards are coming to my channel to post messages on it. This person might unironically have brain damage. Like, there's no commas, no punctuations, no question marks, no exclamation points. So just be warned. Without the full context, that comment might seem bad, but it's missing huge swaths of context. Okay? You said children can consent, but apparently we're missing context. Okay. From kids technically being able to consent, as consent is just a yes or no, and not some invisible force that adults just to get to say is a thing. So my brain started like going into overdrive reading this, and I was like, are you trying to justify wanting to be with children by saying that the only reason this happens is because of adults, like their parents? Okay. I think my brain's going to explode, but I'll keep reading. To even May youth, and how when I was a youngling, I would have fully consented and even knew what porn was. I had watched it without my parents' knowledge, and this is why I love women so much as I do now. That was a sentence and a half. Why do they use the word youngling and not refer to themselves as a child? Can someone explain that one to me? Watching porn makes you love women. Are you fucking kidding me, man? If anything, watching a lot of porn makes you, like, not respect women very much, huh? I think that's the general consensus, is it not? Anyway. I'd reasonable say you should avoid pinning these comments on your channel in the future if you're missing context, like in my case. He's telling me to not pin other comments that talk about wanting to touch kids. Okay. Thanks, and I hope you continue to enjoy making your content. Thanks. Hunter the Wolf. Yeah. Furry. A pedo furry. By the way, I didn't censor their pseudonym because they posted this publicly. So I replied and I said, no, you want to fuck kids. The pin is staying, LOL. And they said, ugh, honestly, Smug, I think the whole point you said that shows your lack of a brain. I never said I wanted to pork kids. Where had I said that child? Okay. See, this is why so many bracket adults are more childish than adults. You see someone saying the truth, the fact that to consent is to say yes, and your reaction is kid porker. Apparently, my reaction to saying that kids can't consent is wrong, according to this man. You're the same type of person who would say because I'm a furry and I like the art and such that I somehow want to pork pets and animals. That came out of left field, by the way. I said nothing about being a furry. Yeah, I don't know. The truth is, you're mentally not mature. I'm not mentally mature for not wanting to touch kids. No, that makes sense. Absolutely. To an insane person, that makes sense. 100% a kid. Guys, this is not a kid. I did some research. This is not a kid. You stop coping. This is not a child. It's not a kid. I just want to be clear. Because if I was bullying a child, that would be like bad on me, right? This is an adult. They typed this on the internet in public and then they're crying to me. Yeah. Anyway. Truth is, kids can consent. It's more about if they should. As I said, when I was a kid, I would have consent to a hot teacher to fucking me. So you're saying that because you wanted to have relations with a teacher, that it's okay for other children? Yes, you heard that right, chat. Yeah, he wishes that he was, assaulted. Yeah, they actually unironically said that. After growing up, do I think as a youngling, why do they keep saying youngling? This is like mental gymnastics of not wanting to refer to themselves as a child, by the way. They don't want to refer themselves to a child because if they say it out loud that they were a child at the time, it would like break their like narrative in their head. After growing up, do I think I, as a youngling, should have consented and in turn pricked that hot teacher? No, simple story is I think it would have scared me because of the difference between genders though. At that time, I 100% would have consented to being pricked. This person has watched way too much pornography. I genuinely think so. I think their brain is rotted so badly that they try to like justify this. Well, if I wanted to pork my teacher when I was 12, that means every other child wants to do the same thing, clearly. That's no lie either. As I had done some stuff I'm not too proud of back in those young years. As again, not saying when I was a kid, they say in my young years. And I'm happy my parents were around to stop my weird exploring I was doing without any education or experience. I was exploring adult things without guidance, and this is in turn was turning to people who might not have known about it at that point. This guy actually self-reported that he did shit he shouldn't have as a child, by the way. That's crazy. Anyway, he was trauma dumping in my emails. By the way, just so we know, I actually didn't really respond. He would write paragraphs to me and I would respond with like one sentence saying like lol, lol, like you're getting reported to the FBI. Alright chat, there's more. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. They kept going. They said, truth is, Alana, you need mental help. I don't want to be involved with children in any capacity, but apparently I'm the one that needs mental help. Mental help to turn that brain of yours back on so you can think properly and stop being so retarded. Bro, in what universe am I living in where I don't want to touch kids that I'm the retarded one? I can't, bro. I can't. What? This is why I started having a mental breakdown on Twitter when I was like looking at this shit. I couldn't handle it. I not once said I wanted to kids, but your mental state of 1 IQ automatically jumped to it. Can we just go back to what they originally said? They said, not an age thing consent. A pure child can't consent. A mature child can consent. They literally said, child can consent, but I'm the one that needs to turn their brain on. Okay. Truly sad how lower your IQ is, and it's not even funny, says the guy that literally can't capitalize anything and like put full stops, commas, exclamation points, nothing. But I'm the low IQ. Yeah, sure. Whatever makes you feel better. Man, I feel bad for the parents, but I feel like it's their parents' fault for not, like, I don't know, supervising them enough and taking them to an asylum when they needed it. Honestly, I thought I could keep this from the courts. Suddenly we're talking about courts, by the way. Just keep this in mind, chat. Suddenly we are talking about courts. But I might need to sue you just because of how much you lack brain-wise. I'm getting sued. I'm getting taken to court. What you're technically doing is slander, as I've also clarified what I meant to you, yet you're still standing your ground. This person is so low IQ that they use the wrong word for like what they're trying to like get me on. Slander is spoken out loud. Libel is the one that's written on paper. But again, they said this on a public forum being YouTube. I didn't write this. I didn't make this up. I just pinned the comment because I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, this is slander. Okay, like whatever. Yeah, I'm slandering you. Okay. By law, you could find yourself with a hefty lawsuit. And that's sad that you don't want to listen over being a broken record. Frick me for wanting people to use their brains for 2 seconds. Guys, we have Einstein over here. He thinks that we should talk about wanting to be with children is like groundbreaking. Get this guy, get the people that get the Nobel Prize on the phone. We have a genius over here. But it's true. The youth of this next generation can't use their brains. Okay. You go make your YouTube videos and look forward to a well-researched and heavy-hitting lawsuit because you just made a huge enemy, my dear. This guy reminds me of, like, a scammer. You ever get those scammers and then they start saying, my dear, don't talk to me, my dear, please, my dear, I need you to not redeem, my dear. Yeah. I honestly wanted to keep this civil, but I guess we can't truly. Sad. I responded to like the threat of the lawsuit and said, yeah, go ahead, sue me. I didn't like really include this. I just like included him responding and stuff. They kept going. I said, go ahead, sue me. They said, wow, a broken record. As stated, no interest in kids, my dear child. No interest in kids. A mature child can consent. That's interesting. I've made this pretty freaking clear. As stated, you're lacking brains if you're on repeat. Wrong use of your, but okay, like lacking brains. I've clarified to you what I meant. Failure to remove the pin also means you're admitting guilt to false information. My guy posted a comment on YouTube and I'm posting false information. You need help. I wanted to spark a convo to make people think about why it's not that they can't consent, but more they shouldn't consent. No, sorry, shouldn't consent. You're genuinely retarded, and honestly, I thought with how nice you were that you would understand, but I'm guessing that your chat saying you're stupid is valid statement of facts. My chat says I'm stupid because I do stupid things. I don't tell people that I want to touch kids, but you do you, man. Yeah, I'm stupid for that reason. Okay. Good to know I shouldn't put faith in VTubers or, well, retards who believe kids can't consent. Brain cells 0, IQ 0, generally a corpse. I think he meant to say genuinely, and he's too fucking retarded to say genuinely. He just said generally. He's frothing at the mouth, man. Like actual frothing at the mouth. And now honestly, I'm not shocked you're popular on YouTube because the general smarts of a YouTube view tend to be lacking. Yeah, that says a lot when you say stupid shit like this on YouTube and then you get mad when people point it out. Yeah. Oh my god, we're not even getting to the good part yet. Okay. Good to know. The reason why people shoot people up is you, kiddo. This was the first threat, by the way, chat. This is not the last one. Yeah, he's so mad that he's resorting to... Yeah, you're the reason why people shoot each other. Yeah, you touch kids, but, you know. I'll make sure to prep that lawsuit. By the way, prepping a lawsuit and then the first sentence is like inciting violence. And then in the next sentence, I'm prepping a lawsuit. I hope you enjoy the year-long battle that could have been resolved with a simple action. Wants to sue me for not pinning a YouTube comment. Sorry, for not unpinning a YouTube comment. Trust me, I've read a lot of laws and shit, and what you're doing is gonna be a hefty, bulky wallet for me. He's saying that he's gonna win and I'm gonna pay him out over a lawsuit. Yeah, I've read laws and shit. I know what I'm talking about, you dumb whore. Okay. As I stated, I wanted to do this civil, but I'm guessing with the lack of brain cells, I gotta take it up a notch to make you understand. Hope you're ready, my dear. I literally said in my email before this one, sue me, please, go ahead. I don't care, sue me. They wrote another email. They wrote another one. This is like, to keep in mind, sometimes I wouldn't respond for like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 minutes because I was like busy doing other things other than talking to a pedophile. They said in response to their own email, they said, that's right, yes. Kids can consent because they can say yes. You know, you can teach a parrot to also say yes. Does that mean the parrot wants to be assaulted as well? Yeah. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Anything that can say yes, I can stick my dick in it. People should be teaching their kids about the danger of the adult world. My statement was to make people use the thing their parents, the next sentence, gave them and think about the statement. I genuinely don't know what to say, man. While it might be hard with 1 million low IQ people out there, it wasn't a sponsorship for breeding or freaking kids. It was statement of facts. Okay. Anyone who knows true facts understands that consent isn't magic. It's the statement of refusal or the statement of agreement, Alana. Who said anything about breeding? These are their emails in order. I'm not even joking. I never said anything about breeding. I either said you want to touch kids or you want to frick kids. I never said anything about breeding, but okay. Saying a kid can't consent is both retarded and lacking maturity as it oversimplifies it, but it also says that kids are property. Kids are property? Yeah, until they're 18, because they're children. I know, it's crazy. We put this like law in effect where you're basically your parents, like, you know, quote unquote property. Is this so funny because it's not a troll, it's a genuine specimen? Yes, chat. Yeah, it's an adult. This is a real person. If you don't agree, then as stated, please go do your research. This guy like pulled out the Bible of pedophilia and was like, all right, Alana, here's the book of peds. Go read it. Then they responded again. These three emails were within like 20 minutes of each other. He was really racking his brain for this one. Hold up. Truth is, while I might have a range of fat Aishas, a kid who can't make new ways to please their mates is not one of them. I'm pretty sure you can groom children to do what you want, by the way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's horror stories of children doing things that they didn't want to do because they got coerced into doing it, but yeah, sure. I prefer girls like Buff Pup. If you know her, big buff ladies. By the way, out of left field, I was completely blindsided. I like Buff Pup. What the fuck has Buff Pup got to do with this? Buff Pup if you're out there, I'm so sorry. I genuinely, this person is like mentally ill. I hope you ban them from your chat if they ever come into your chat, like permanently, and then report them to the FBI. I did my due diligence. I reported them. Yeah, she doesn't deserve to be put in here. The thing is, I like girls who can either use their brain to get out of bad situations or girls who are strong enough to not need my help. So you're telling me you want women who can think for themselves, but at the same time, you're telling me that kids can think for themselves, according to you. Yeah. You know what that means? Simple. I still like people above the age cap. What the f is age cap? Do you mean like being an adult? What the f is an age cap? Can I fucking... What? What does it even mean? Age cap? There's a cap? What are we playing, World of Warcraft? I personally have a rule of 10 years max both ways, meaning I try my best not to date past that range. This person is over the age of 20. Let's just say lowball it and say they're 25. They would date a 15-year-old or older. That's literally what they said. I'm not even mincing my words. This is in their own words. Chat, there's hundreds of people that exist like this. I'm sorry. And then they go on, and I said, I'm technically a virgin. I prefer to use my brain protect people while giving them freedoms. I'm trying to decipher the sentence and I can't because it's so fucking stupid. It has no grammar and it's misspelled. I don't even know what they're trying to say. I technically am a virgin. I prefer to use my brain to protect people. What? This is why I say kids can consent, both because the facts are still facts. Yes, and the fact is that kids can't consent. What is wrong with you? It's proven that children can't consent. Holy shit! But because I believe if a kid wants to date, note I said date, not freak, above the age gap, then the kid's parents must be around. I dislike pedos who go out of their way to dodge. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I think I'm gonna have a fucking mental breakdown again. Chat, I read this once already. I've already read this through once. This person says that if their parents are okay with him being 25 and then the kid is 15, if the parents are okay with it, then it must be okay. I'm actually getting psychic damage. My brain is rotting out of my skull. This is why I go insane. I'm gonna lose it. Okay, let me keep reading. I dislike pedos who go out of their way to dodge the parents. It's both scummy and really dirty if you know the past of kidnapping, as they would eventually either be or they would be sold to a market. Sorry, I forget the name for this. Chat, what's the word for when you get sold? I don't know, I feel like this is a really easy one. Maybe if you went to school for like, yeah, traffic. Wow, that's crazy. You guys are so smart. You're smarter than a ped. Oh my god. I believe that lacking accuracy is a bad thing for all people. I don't know what this means. Saying kids can't consent simply removes the blame from the parents that should have been protecting their kids in the first place. They're blaming the parents. Now we're like, yes, you can blame the parents, but we can also blame you because you're a sick who wants to touch kids in their spare time. Am I wrong? Like, yeah, sure, yeah, okay, it's the parents' fault for not, I don't know, supervising them or like going to work, and then they get on the internet and they say, hey, Timmy, do you want to meet up? And they're like, okay, yeah, but you're the one that wants to do this. The kid is just being naive because they're a child. I just started responding with one-word sentences at this point. I included it because I thought I would be like, give you more context about this email that they were writing me back. I said, so are you gonna sue me or what? He said, really, do I want to? My bigger question, do you really want to spend a good 2 to 5 hours a day to try and fight one? Yes. I would have gladly gone to court to like put this guy in jail for being a ped. Because truth is, what you are doing is somewhat slander. Ah, he's not even confident anymore. He said somewhat slander. He admits that he said this. He said this. He said somewhat slander. Uh-oh. It's not slander, it's libel, but that's besides the point. Because the truth is, what you are doing is somewhat slander. Even more so since I can't personally delete it myself to clear this issue up. My guy, you wrote the YouTube comment. You could just delete it yourself, by the way. I'm not even kidding. You just press delete, your little top right-hand corner, the little dots, and then you go boom. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Anyway, by the way, I'm the low IQ ding-dong. I don't think anyone wants a lawsuit. Oh, that's where you're wrong. I wanted one. But if I did, I do remember slander could land me about $100,000 in cash. Okay. So you know, well, it would remove all my debts. How are you in debt, man? Does that mean I wonder what happened. I'm not a mean or even evil person. You touch kids. You're evil, sorry. I know, like, the whole cycle of abuse thing, but, like, yes. Yes, you are, to some degree, evil. Sorry. I'd rather you just remove the comment or unpin it. You can do it yourself, dumbass. But I'm gonna research on what needs to be done if you plan to keep it up. I thought, as stated, after explaining my side of wanting to touch kids, you would be more reasonable to remove, or at least unpin the comment, but it seems like my hope that someone would be reasonable after explanation is falling on deaf ears. I bet you if they tried to talk to a kid, like, online, and then their parents found out, and then they went to court, they'd be like, well, geez, I don't know, man. I just explained to myself why I think like this. I shouldn't be going to jail. I explained myself why I should be able to talk to children in this manner. Yeah, they would instantly go, well, I didn't know about that. I can't imagine you would want to find a losing, by the way. And I also can't imagine wanting to do it either. I taunted him several times. I said, sue me. Like, I said it 3 times, just please, sue me. Go ahead. I don't care. Just sue me. I have a lawyer. Go ahead. Try it. I'm really just asking you to unpin it. If you dislike it, deleting it if it's fair, my goals in the end. Oh my god, this freaking person can't even put a fucking full stop or a comma anywhere. My brain hurts. And have it be talked about, but I didn't expect you to pin it though. So they understood the consequences of typing a stupid comment. They just didn't like me putting it up at the top where everybody could see it. It was meant to be a one-off thing, something for people to talk about in detail over being put on the nearest billboard for everyone to see. Sorry, the consequences of your actions of posting at a public forum and then getting backlash just because you can't hide it? Yeah, I don't know, man. Sorry, skill issue. Cry about it. Piss yourself. Yeah, if you don't want people to see it, maybe don't type it out loud. Keep it in your head. As stated in other messages, I'd rather you be reasonable over forcing my hands to go to a lawsuit. Do it. I might have issues with money, but I can promise you I won't lose it. The guy's in debt and he wants to go in a lawsuit. Okay. Yeah. There's a part in law that is based on our situation right now. I'd love to see it, but okay. There's even more, chat. They replied, I just said sue me, like, again, just sue me. And they said, if I win, of course, wouldn't be a challenge rule if I just got to post it. I said, kinda weird you're role-playing about doxing me, but you do you, girl. They started threatening to dox me if they won the lawsuit, and they said they would. They said, I would make it a challenge rule to dox me and post my public information on the internet if they won. He says, I ain't role-playing anything. You're so sure you will win this. The challenge rule is you won't challenge me posting anything publicly if I win. That's not how it works, but okay. Meaning the docket and your picture online. He started obsessing in my emails saying, like, I'm gonna post your picture on the internet. I bet you're fucking fat and ugly IRL. I bet you that's what was going through their head. Was this a duel? Apparently. Honestly, if you're so sure you will win, why not say yes? You got nothing to lose, right? Right? You're so sure. I literally said 4 or 5 times, like 3 or 4 times in this email up to this point alone, saying, please sue me. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a little bit out of order. Honestly, Alana can't wait to see all your info when I decide to do that. They're actually like baiting off to the idea of like trying to dox me. Like, imagine being that mentally ill. Yeah, isn't that funny? And then I also made a tip to the Canadian police. Yeah, I forwarded the emails and stuff. They didn't respond, but I'm assuming they got it, so I don't know. Maybe they'll get police knocking on their door and being like, hey, are you okay, buddy? You alright? Take your meds? Anyway, let's keep reading. Oh, hoping it won't come to that, but I mean, you sealed your own fate, dear. Honestly, he says honestly twice in the same paragraph. Honestly thought I could respect you more than this, but it's clear some misguided words, and even more so true words, can be requested off. Requested of what? Facts are facts. I've made it clear I don't think people freaking kids is okay, but consent as stated is not magic. It's yes or no. Your mental state won't matter in a court when you need to pay me a huge sum for not wanting to unpin something. Realistically, I'd rather it be removed, as that needs to be reworked. Oh, so you're regretting what you said online and you want me to stop embarrassing you on my YouTube page. This guy is pissed about a comment being up for 4 months, and now he's in my emails raging at me. But nevertheless, it will be fun to see who you really are IRL. At least one thing to look forward to. It's something most of your fans will only dream of. Something I'll really get to, though. This guy is actually so fucking stupid. This guy is a low IQ. It's insulting to call him an animal, by the way, because they're below an animal. They are getting excited over the idea of seeing me in court. He's like actually beating his meat. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be going to court, that's for sure. It would be a lawyer in my name. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I want to see her in court, then I can jack off to her. What you say? If I win, I can post a picture of you online for everyone to see? Hell, no one farther. You respect a challenge rule. I get to post the whole docket to the public, your info, and all really want that. I just, the repeated bringing up of wanting to see me in real life, just obsessed, schizo. Absolute obsession with this, like, idea of posting my public information online over a lawsuit. So I responded, you're such a coward. You threatened to sue me over pinning a YouTube comment, but you won't do it, LOL. And they said, wait, what? Is that what I put? I really am a horny male, ha ha ha. Truth is, I'm doing things like porn RP and other things all the time. Hell, my Steam library is filled with porn games. Either a mental break or something. It was meant to say can consent, but I'm guessing my mind derped that day. Can I just, like, I know there's probably people who have like a lot of like porn in their Steam library. Please, for the love of God, get help. Like, maybe stop consuming that kind of material all the fucking time, okay? Like, it's okay to goon, like you're an adult, but like, in the same breath of like saying you want to sue me and ruin my life and do this kind of thing, you admit to having porn games on your computer? I just have no faith in community at all. No faith. I lost it. I lost it that night when I was reading these emails. Yeah, you do you, man. You're an adult. The occasional 18+ game, okay, like whatever. But like sometimes I genuinely think that consuming that much content of that nature, you start to like ruin your brain. You start to think like really badly. You could turn into this at some point, surely. There's more. And if you agreed, then you know it would look bad on you. As always, fighting with a brain dead. They're referring to me, by the way. It's like pulling teeth. I'm sorry for thinking you were cool. Sorry for supporting you. Sorry for trying to educate. I think they're saying educate? Yeah, educate your fans. Sorry for trying to be a nice guy, Tips Fedora. Oh, this is the best part. Hey, I think I should become the next mass... You think that's a good idea to think I should stop being lazy and should go on a rampage? No, not joking either. He actually started threatening me and saying that he's gonna become the next mass, like... Yeah, this is where I was like, okay, this is going to the police. Like, actually, unironically. I know, haha, glowy, but, I'm sick and tired of trying to be nice to get bite on the hand all the time. Frothing at the mouth, by the way. Can't even, like, make a coherent sentence at this point. Take your meds. Go outside. I don't go out of my house because of how people are. I wish I could go out and get a job. I wish I could interact with people, but people ain't normal. People that don't want to touch kids aren't normal. They're hive-minded, brain-dead, and NPCs. Oh, here we go. He read a 4chan post. Everyone on 4chan says NPC. Oh, NPC, that's my trigger word. Who don't have anything special about them. They're all clearly as brain-dead as you. Yeah, I'm brain-dead. Holy shit, man. Trying to explain myself has hit deaf ears, and it's also clear that respecting anyone outside of my friend circle is impossible. You don't have friends. Your friends online probably don't know that you want to touch kids, and if they did, they probably stop being friends with you. Just saying. Thanks for reinforcing my thoughts even more so. F this world, frick you, and when you find out a city blow up, remember it's your fault. This is when I said, okay, this is going to the FBI. This person is so stupid, it hurts my brain. You guys can understand now that I was having like an actual mental breakdown after this. Oh, there's more, chat. One last thing, chat. One last thing. Honestly, frick this. I'll deal with the officials, then I'll sit here and be lazy like always because doing this shit over an idiot. I bet you he's one of the people that says like, oh, all women are whores and they get like so much penis, but then he like says that I don't get dick and shit, like as an insult. Isn't that crazy to me? Like, I'm technically a virgin. You don't get pussy either. Like, what is it? Are you trying to shame me? Like, okay, I don't get pussy, okay. I don't get dick. Shaming people, but then also admitting that you're a virgin is kind of weird. I'm just saying. I could be enjoying myself playing games. Yeah, I know what kind of games you play. Over dealing with a retard who has 0 brain cells. Thanks for showing who you really are, Alana. Yes, someone who doesn't want to touch kids. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's gonna agree with you and be like, yeah, kids can consent. I'm gonna go talk to them right now and then seduce them and it's gonna be okay because their parents said yeah. Or even agreed with you. Sometimes is freaking shocking, but you know what? No, it's not shocking because I do agree with some things the public does. I just want people to think. Yes, think about touching kids. You're right. But clearly that's impossible. Good be forever. Please do enjoy your night. I know I will. I get disabilities, so yeah. And technically public defenders are a thing in Canada, so you know. The guy also said he lives in Canada, not America. And admitted to being on disability. By the way, using disability to go sue someone, I feel like that's a problem in and of itself. Just saying. But yeah, that's it. I think that's the last one. I reported this to the Canadian police, all because of this video. By the way, all because of Shu. Shu made a video about women that could be PDF files, and this is the result of it, and the subsequent, you know, ending of it. That's about it. Yeah, that's about what happened. It's Shu's fault? Yeah, thanks, Shu. You gave me content. Guy deserves to be called disabled, just not the money that goes with it. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that he's a waste of oxygen. Anyway, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. That just about covers it. Absolutely insane, man. Insano mode.